We've got the Hawkster brothers on the show with us today, and I've got their permission just to call them by their first names. We've got Dr. Jeremy, we've got Dr. Jermaine with CHI Memorial, and they're with the Internal Medicine Associates at CHI Memorial. Yes. You guys are hilarious. I just love being in the green room with them. And you guys have been on the show before. And all the social media posts that you guys do, it's so informative. At the same time, you make it funny and entertaining.
Yes. Absolutely.
I just love it. And you guys have millions of followers from all over the world. Let's focus in on Men's Health Month.
Yes.
Which is the entire month of June. Let's talk about prostate cancer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, when we say prostate cancer, screenings, how important is a screening for a male?
Yeah, so prostate cancer screenings are super important, especially as we get older. In America, prostate cancer is actually worldwide, it's the second most common cause of cancer in men, but in America is actually the leading cause of cancer in men. And that's why it's super important. And not only that, but screenings, when we're talking about screenings, when do we want to start screening? Usually that's going to be, it depends on which organization, which guidelines you go with, but on average around the age of 50, 55. However, the American Cancer Association recommends as early as 40 or 45 if you have risk factors, and those risk factors would be, especially if you have a first-degree relative that has prostate cancer. So that could be your father or your brother. Those are all first-degree relatives, and if you have a family history of that, definitely get screening sooner. So
get screened. Get screened. A lot of folks that watch this and that, it's amazing the age groups. You may have an 18-year-old that's watching, the older audience watching right now. Let's talk to the older, or actually the younger men.
Absolutely.
What can they do to prevent prostate cancer? Anything?
So I wouldn't say that there's. So I would say we could go with general risk factors. That would be avoiding things like smoking, probably being more careful with the alcohol. Just so overall controlling general risk factors as well.
Let's talk about mental health disorders among men. How likely are men? How often do we? I'll speak for myself. Do you see a lot of men seeking help with this?
Yeah, so that's the thing, is that we don't often see a lot more of that. I would like to see a lot more of that, truthfully. Whenever I do have a male patient that comes to my office and they want to address these things, I really encourage them to really open up to me so I can help them the best way that I can. I feel that men oftentimes are very closed off. They, I would say we as men may not always do the best job of knowing how to express ourselves, or knowing how to seek help, or knowing when to seek help. So I always encourage them to open up. I'm always looking for people that may have had or that may be struggling. So I really do go in depth about it. Yeah, and a scary statistic is that in 2020 there was a study that showed that men were actually 4 times more likely to be successful at suicide than their female counterparts. So that really goes to show you how important it is to have these conversations and really to start reducing the stigma of what mental health is in America.
Dr. Jermaine, Dr. Jeremy, always good seeing you guys. Thank you very much. 3.5 minutes, we've probably saved some lives. That's what I love you guys being on the show for. Memorial.org for more information, 423-495-2525. Follow them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It'll make your day for sure.